In a quiet, forgotten corner of an old town stood a house unlike any other. To the casual observer, it appeared abandoned, its paint peeling and windows dust-covered. But for those who dared to spend a night within its walls, they would soon realize that this house had a life of its own. Sarah, a young writer searching for inspiration for her next horror novel, decided to rent the house. She was warned by the townsfolk about its strange history, but she dismissed their stories as mere superstitions. With her bags in tow, she stepped into the creaking foyer, feeling a sudden chill. The first few nights were uneventful, though she often felt like she was being watched. Then it started. It began subtly with the odd misplaced object, or a door that wouldn't stay shut. But gradually the changes became more pronounced. One night, as Sarah was writing in the study, the room around her began to transform. The wallpaper started to peel away, revealing dark, blood-stained walls underneath. The furniture shifted and changed, old wooden chairs morphing into more sinister, medieval torture devices. Panicked, she fled to the kitchen, only to find it transformed into a grotesque butcher shop. Rusty tools hanging from the ceiling and pools of dark, congealed blood on the floor. The once cozy dining room became a grandiose banquet hall, the table laden with decaying rancid food. As Sarah moved from room to room, the house seemed to be telling her a story. She witnessed terrifying visions of people from different eras, each meeting a gruesome end within the very walls she now inhabited. A Victorian woman screamed as she was pushed down the stairs, a soldier from the Civil War bled out in the living room, and a 1920s flapper was strangled in the ballroom. Each death was more horrifying than the last. Desperate to escape the madness, Sarah tried to leave, but the house wouldn't let her. Hallways stretched on endlessly, doors led to rooms that shouldn't exist, and windows showed views of places far from the town. It was as if the house had no fixed shape, constantly, cruelly changing, trapping her deeper within its nightmarish grasp. Then, in the darkest corner of the basement, Sarah found a journal. It belonged to the house's original builder, a man obsessed with the occult. Through his detailed notes, she learned that the house was a living vessel for malevolent spirits, feeding on the fear and horror of those within its walls. His final entry warned of the house's insatiable hunger and its power to alter reality. Realizing the truth, Sarah knew she had to destroy it. With pages from the journal in hand, she performed a desperate ritual to banish the spirits. The house groaned and shook violently, its walls cracking and splintering. As the ritual reached its peak, the house let out a deafening scream. In a blinding flash of light, it was over. Sarah found herself outside, the house now a smoldering ruin. She had survived the ordeal, but the horrors she had witnessed were etched into her memory forever. Little did she know, fragments of the house still lay beneath the rubble, whispering to those who ventured too close, eager to piece themselves back together and resume their torment.